Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today I want to talk about some Dexter stuff. With Dexter Resurrection in full production and everything, they've not been shy about just all the casting that they've done. They've got a lot of big people coming in. Kristen Ritter, Uma Thurman, Neil Patrick Harris, just all these people coming in to play all these different parts. And of course, they are bringing back someone from the past, someone not necessarily alive, but someone to come in and play a guest role. This is only a cameo, mind you, because John Lithgow went on record to say here that he did go in to do 1 day of shooting for Dexter Resurrection. And as you may know, if you follow Dexter from the old days, John Lithgow played the part of the Trinity Killer. He was arguably one of the bigger storylines, one of the bigger serial killers that Dexter put down because of the impact that he had on the story. And of course, that impact was him murdering Rita and taking Dexter's wife away, traumatizing his son in the same fashion that he was as a child, and kind of setting him on the path that he is on. And we've seen that that's also had the same effect on his son Harrison, as we saw in New Blood, where he also has this same urges. He has the same things that he wants to do, this dark passenger, that as Dexter calls it. And so we'll have John Lithgow come back and play a version of the Trinity Killer where he says that he's going to be kind of a phantom as Dexter is lying in that hospital bed, kind of gradually coming back to life. And so he said he only went in to do 1 day of shooting, so I don't imagine there's going to be much more than a few minutes or so of filming, or maybe he'll do a whole episode, who knows. But he says he is coming back to do this small cameo, so I couldn't be more excited because along with that being a big storyline for Dexter, it was just a giant impact, like I mentioned, on the entire series, just the consequences of the things that happened within that storyline. And then Dexter, of course, eventually getting him, but just it's something that has followed him his whole way through the rest of the series, even into New Blood. I want to say that he also did a guest appearance on New Blood too, but I only ever watched that series one time through. But that was just the impact that he had on Dexter's life and the things that came after, and Dexter choosing to give up his son, even though he believed that everyone that he come in contact with, everyone that he loved, ended up suffering and dying in some form or another. So he didn't want this for his son. That's why he sent him off, and just that set off that storyline that eventually caught up with him. But I just think it's really exciting that we're going to have John Lithgow come back and play this part again, albeit just for maybe a few minutes, or maybe just part of an episode, or just what have you. We don't have all those details yet, but he just says that he went back to do a day. They're rebooting the entire Michael C. Hall version of Dexter, and it turns out he didn't die after all. I come back as some sort of phantom as he gradually comes back to life on a hospital bed. So it's really exciting that they're bringing him back. I mean, I love John Lithgow as an actor as a whole, because I mean, you think of John Lithgow, you think of Third Rock from the Sun, you think of the parts that he did for How I Met Your Mother, and of course the Twilight movie way back in the day where he's screaming about there's something on the wing of the plane. That was like the thing that people recognized him most for a long time. But nonetheless, it's very exciting that he's coming back to play this part and to see just what other ghosts or things will Dexter see, because the actress who played his sister has denied that she's having any part in this go around. But I mean, she could come back as some kind of phantom or a ghost or whatever herself. Or is this going to be the only thing that he sees as he's coming back to life, making this miraculous recovery? So I'm just hoping that kind of cover that in detail, just with him being in the hospital bed, or just being in the hospital in general. How long is that recovery, and how long from that recovery does he break out and go into hiding, because he knows that he's on the run now? People have kind of figured out who he is, or at least Angela from Dexter New Blood figured out who he was, and then with Angel Batista now on his tail, or just on his way to confront Dexter after all these years. So that's another thing too. I'll probably do a separate video about that, but that's just another thing I am so excited for, to see that first interaction of Angel Batista and Dexter. How is that going to go down? How is it going to come about? And just what will the whole interaction be like, considering that they were friends before Dexter kind of took this decision after Deb died to go off and disappear, and kind of what he thought was doing it for the betterment of the people in his life. So just very excited about that, and just what they do with the whole series. It just seems like they are not holding back at all. They are going all in. It's all or nothing at this point, I think, just with the continuation of all these cast announcements, and there's more on the way from what I understand. So very excited. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of news. If you do, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, and come back for more content just like this. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.